Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A coastal low brings a threat of flash flooding to the mid-Atlantic, with precipitation chances lingering. A strong low-pressure system will bring unsettled weather to the northern and central Rockies as well as the plains, with severe thunderstorms in the northern and central high plains. Very heavy rainfall is expected in Montana today, with some flash flooding possible. Closer to home, breezy southwestern winds will keep temperatures warm and push moisture to the east through the remainder of the week, followed by another Pacific low, bringing clear and mild weather over the weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Newly returned Alamogordo Daily News editor Richard Colthrop has announced his departure from that position and has named his replacement.
Elva Osterreich, who's a familiar name to a lot of people in Alamogordo, is going to be taking over as editor. She joined at Alamogordo News in 1998 and worked there for a decade or so. Then she became the editor of the El Defensor Chieftain in Socorro. She worked at the Ruidoso News for a while. And then for the last several years in Las Cruces, she's worked for the Las Cruces Bulletin and served as the editor of the regional publication Desert Exposure. She's excited to be here. She's already has a house in Alamogordo and family in the area, so it's a very natural fit.
You can hear that conversation in full on krwg.org. Please be advised that 715 East 10th Street near North Florida Avenue is closed due to a sinkhole and water line repair. The southbound right turn lane and northbound left turn lane on North Florida have been closed, so follow all posted detour signage. The road closure is expected to be resolved in 1 to 2 weeks. Please be advised that the bridge located west of the intersection of Washington and 10th is under construction. Anticipate lane closures, detours, and congestion as work commences on the north and south sides of the bridge. Also be advised of paint striping, water blasting, and thermo marking that'll be performed in multiple areas beginning on Friday. The area near 263 Robert H. Bradley Drive near Sequoia has been closed. Drivers are being detoured to Glacier Drive to enter or exit the subdivision. Access to the Otero County Magistrate Court and MVD will remain open as the Public Works Streets Division carries out this repair. Painting of the US 82 tunnel near Cloudcroft is underway as part of yearly maintenance. They're going to be working on this from 9 to 3 now through Friday. The Village of Tularosa's regular meeting is happening tonight at 6. The meeting agenda has been posted on villageoftularosa.com. Rusty Helton is asking the Village of Tularosa if they can water the roses in the medians.
Well, Mayor Cooksey called me and asked me if I would consider putting that on the agenda. And I kind of wish I would have known this a little earlier because, we had to dig up all the roses we planted this year and give them away so they wouldn't die. And it's been basically an emotional roller coaster as far as, trying to get liability insurance and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't think that was even an option, but we're the last thing on the agenda for the Wednesday night meeting, and I guess I'll ask them.
Helton speaking with Crazy Radio. The Village of Tularosa meeting is tonight at 6. With Many Hands are having a planting event tonight at 6 at the Tularosa Community Gardens. We heard from Greg Gutierrez.
Wednesday, we're going to be planting some winter vegetables like peas and cabbages and things of that nature at the Tularosa Community Garden. We're going to have Courtney with Many Hands there and myself, and hopefully other volunteers will come. We're also going to plant some fall flowers to bring a little color to the garden.
The Tularosa Community Gardens are located between Village Hall and the fire station. If you have any questions, you can call or text Greg 480-489-1111. The Lincoln National Forest's 29th Annual Youth Fishing Day is coming up on Saturday, September 28th at Grindstone. We heard from Amanda Fry. She's the Public Affairs Officer for the Lincoln National Forest.
We are very excited to announce that the 29th Annual Youth Fishing Day is back on schedule. The event will be held on Saturday, September 28th, starting at 8 a.m. We do have gear and everything ready to go for kids ages 12 and under.
No experience is required, and they will have some fishing gear on hand for those who need it. If you have any questions, see the Lincoln National Forest Facebook page. The Chaparral Community Organization presents the Burger Cook-Off, happening Saturday, October 5th in Chaparral. We spoke with Ray Vasquez.
This is our first burger cook-off. What we want to do is let's see who makes the best burger. We are inviting the public and whoever has a food truck, come out and see if they can win the $250 first prize.
If you have any questions, it's 915-219-0418. Well, today is Wednesday. It's time for This Week at Thrive with Stephanie Hale.
Hi, this is Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico. Thrive is currently accepting volunteer applications for our annual Day of Caring event happening this Friday, September 20th. We're looking for an additional 50 volunteers to assist us with residential project cleanups, such as trash removal, yard work, and minor repairs of the homes of our local senior citizens and veterans. Again, happening this Friday from 8 a.m. to noon. To volunteer, you may stop by the Thrive office at 1601 East 10th Street or give us a call at 575-437-8400. Come out and kick off this busy community weekend, helping to keep Otero County beautiful by volunteering at Thrive's annual Day of Caring. That's it for this week. I'm Stephanie Hale with Thrive in Southern New Mexico, and I'll be back next week and every Wednesday right here on Crazy Radio.
News from around the state in just a moment. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Las Cruces Police Department announced yesterday that an 11-year-old girl has been charged with a Class 3 juvenile citation after allegedly posting a threat of a shooting to Sierra Middle School on Instagram. She was denied detention due to her age by the Juvenile Probation Office and was turned over to her parents. This is the third instance of a student making a threat towards a Las Cruces school in the last 2 days. On Monday, a 13-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl posted online threats to Camino Real Middle School and Centennial High School, respectively. Each were arrested and charged with unlawful threats towards the school. Las Cruces Police Department spokesman Dan Trujillo spoke with KVIA.
Shortly after that, school districts and police departments throughout the country started receiving these social media threats, the reports of the social media threats. And so police departments all over the country have been pretty busy with it.
Anyone who sees or receives information that is believed to be threatening, it's advised to screenshot the content and immediately contact law enforcement by dialing 911. The Las Cruces Police Department arrested 20-year-old Xavier Noe Altamirano for the shooting death of 23-year-old Stephen Alarcon on December 23rd of 2023. They also arrested Jesus Adon Herrera, the alleged driver of the car. Altamirano was charged with second-degree murder and a second-degree count of shooting at or from a car. Herrera was arrested on conspiracy to commit second-degree felony, tampering with evidence, violating terms of his probation, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. However, Altamirano's defense attorney says his client was found not guilty of second-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, and shooting from a motor vehicle. The defense team says they put him on the stand in his own defense. He told the jury he didn't know Alarcon, who he claimed had approached his car aggressively. The 3 former Albuquerque firefighters charged with rape could be going to trial early next year. Aiden Heyman, Angel Portillo, and Anthony Martin have been accused of sexually abusing a woman during an off-duty party last year. Investigators say the men took turns raping her in Martin's home before the woman escaped through a bathroom window. The court is looking to set the trial for the end of February or in March. The Chief Deputy District Attorney of the San Juan County District Attorney's Office is facing charges after police say he was driving drunk over the weekend. According to the criminal complaint, Dustin O'Brien hit a retaining wall in Farmington on Sunday. Police say they found O'Brien nearly a mile away. He claims he didn't remember driving or being involved in a crash. He was booked into the San Juan County Detention Center before being released. O'Brien faces an aggravated DWI charge for refusing a blood alcohol test. The San Juan County DA's office says O'Brien is currently on administrative leave pending further investigation. New Mexico Public Education Department Secretary Mariana Padilla was joined alongside Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, Lieutenant Governor Howie Morales, New Mexico Higher Education Department Acting Secretary Stephanie Rodriguez, and Cabinet Secretary for Early Childhood Education Care Department Elizabeth Gruninsky for a roundtable discussion on the state's education at the New Mexico State Capitol. New Mexico has ranked 50th in education nationwide over the last 8 years. Padilla shared with KOAT her plans to address the state's education problem.
I've been here since the beginning of the administration. I've been consistently working on education. The things that we're saying are our plan, the strategies, they've been consistently our strategies. We've been working on these throughout the administration. So absolutely, I will be here till the end.
These strategies work so well that the Land of Enchantment remains dead last. Mystery novelist Rita Mae Brown famously wrote, "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results." If your little ones have not yet been vaccinated for the upcoming flu season, here's your reminder. But it's not the only step you should take to prevent illness. As we hear from Adam Keating, MD, pediatrician for Cleveland Clinic Children's.
I think the simple things are really simple to help prevent cold and flu. Things like washing your hands, avoiding touching your nose, mouth, and eyes, certainly if there's people with sickness around. And for the good of everybody around you, if you are feeling sick, so of staying away or mitigating the exposure for other people by staying home, particularly if you have fever, for at least 24 hours.
Dr. Keating says the flu is typically spread through respiratory droplets released when a person sneezes, coughs, or talks. Symptoms of the virus tend to vary and may include fever, cough, body aches, fatigue, runny nose, and sore throat. In most cases, the flu will resolve on its own with rest and rehydration. However, there are available medications if needed. And he says it's not just the flu you need to watch out for, but RSV and COVID.
The recommendations are for all children 6 months and up to get an updated COVID vaccine when it rolls out. And while we're talking about this for our littlest patients, RSV vaccine this fall for either moms or infants is something that became available last year and is going to be important for this fall as well.
Dr. Keating also notes if you have a child in preschool or kindergarten, don't be alarmed if they seem to get sick a lot, because young kids can catch between 10 to 12 viral infections in a year. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 4 matches for New Mexico volleyball today, including silver at Cobrey. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, winds gusting up to 21. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 21. Your high today in the basin, 89. Low tonight of 64. High tomorrow, 92 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, mostly clear tonight. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 21 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 67, low tonight of 48, high tomorrow, 71 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.